So once you've downloaded the image from your email and it's on your desktop, you're going to click and drag it over top of the Photoshop icon. And the first thing you're going to do is go to Edit on the top menu bar and under Image and Auto Tone. Decide if you like it, Image, Auto Contrast, and Image, Auto Color. If you do not like the changes that the program is making for you, just go back to Edit and step backwards. The next thing you're going to do is go into Image and you're going to go to Image Size. We need to make sure that these three fields are linked. And when they are linked, you're going to change 72 resolution to 300 because whenever you're printing something out, it should be 300. And that should drop down your image to approximately 8 by 10 inches and say OK. The next step is to go to Image and change the canvas size. We're going to change the canvas size from 8 inches to 8 inches in width and 8 inches in height and just say OK. The new canvas size is smaller than the current canvas size and some clipping will occur. Proceed and it should be OK. If it does clip off any, then be sure to drag the lock into the trash and feel free to move your image around so that it's centered. The next steps to do is to create two separate layers. So in our layers menu, if we go down to this little paper icon with the doggy-eared in the corner, I'm going to click that twice to create layers 1 and 2. But I do want them to be below my main design. So I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to decide what color I want for the background. So in my layer 1, making sure I select layer 1, I'm going to use my bucket tool and fill it in with a blue. In my layer 2, I think I'll fill that with perhaps a yellow. I want to take the yellow from my design and I'm going to use the bucket tool and dump that into layer 2. If you take a look at your layers, you can see that it's actually done that. The next thing to do is go back into your layer 0. I'm going to go to my wand tool and I'm going to select the background. I'm at 80 of tolerance of 80 and that seems to have selected all of the white. I'm going to delete that. The other thing I'm going to delete is any extra information that I do not want to appear on my design. The last thing I'm going to try is creating an outline around my pattern. So if I go into layer 1, I'm going to use my eraser tool. I can make that any size I want by clicking and dragging along the size bar, and I'm happy with this size. So I'm going to go into the blue layer and I'm going to drag it around the outline so that I have a yellow border. And remember, you can decide to use any color you want for both the background and the border. Once I've completed that, let's pretend that I'm finished. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to make sure that this little button is actually open so that you can see the entire field. Under Desktop, I'm going to see Faculty M34, but you're going to see either York or Windsor. You want to click that because you want to be able to see the shared drive, and my shared drive is right here. I'm going to look for Miss Abiento. I'm going to view it as a list. I'll look at Miss Abiento folder. I'm going to go to whichever class I'm in, and I'm going to save a Photoshop version, and I'm going to pretend to save it. I'm going to then save this and make sure that you save it under your first name. I'm also going to save a second version, not as a Photoshop, but as a JPEG, because as a JPEG, that's what I will use to use my stickers, to make my stickers. And you'll notice that I created a final stickers folder. And you save. Although that's for the demonstration, I'm just going to cancel.